We are here with AJ this morning at AJ's Kitchen Drawer. You're in Oldsmar, and this is such a cool place.
Yeah, thank you. Really just starting to get it going here in the culinary center and the whole retail store. It's really starting to pick up now.
So let's talk about what it was and what it has become in the last 3 months.
Okay, well before this, we just had a smaller retail store where all we did was we made custom cutting boards and cutlery, and we personalized it for different businesses and business people in the area.
And that's what's really cool is this place is so multi-purpose, and we're going to show it more here in just a little bit, but you can be, have like a business group and come here. You can just be with a bunch of friends and come out. Who is it open to?
It's open to everyone. I mean, like I said, we're doing kids classes, summer camps. We do business groups, social groups, reading clubs, anything you can imagine can have a good time here.
And so this culinary area where we are is the new addition. I mean, the whole place is new, but this is something that a new venture for you.
This is why we moved into the new area here. We wanted a place where we can have enough room for everyone to cook. You can bring your family, a group of friends, and just to have a fun night out, creating some new dishes that you never thought you could do before.
So now, what kinds of dishes do you teach people to make? Do you have to be an expert when you step in the door, or you start with the basics?
No, it's open to everyone of all kinds of experience. We're going to be here walking you through it, make sure you don't burn anything or cut yourselves. But every kind of thing we make here, we have different themes for every class from different parts of the world, cooking techniques, some types of diets too we do. So we just do a little bit of everything here.
Well, AJ, let's talk a little bit about your backstory. So how did you get into the culinary and cutting board making ventures?
Well, I grew up in Wisconsin, and we had a family farm. So up there we have plenty of trees, forests, and all of the saws that you could imagine to make these different cutting boards and whatnot. And over time, I just fell in love with cooking. It's something that's always been a passion of mine. I went to school at University of Tampa as an entrepreneurship major. And I always knew I wanted to do something that I was passionate about, and that was cooking for me.
And I will say, I came here for a luncheon with local women in business, and the food was phenomenal. So, I mean, your culinary background is really impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I've spent a few months after I graduated and traveling the world and trying different types of cuisines, and I always like to challenge myself in the kitchen with doing different things and always trying something new. So.
Well, we're going to try something new, right? So tell us about the thing we're going to make, and then here in the Culinary Institute.
Okay, so we're going to make some grouper à papillote, which is French for cooking in parchment paper. And it's really fun. It's healthy. You know, it steams inside the paper. And when you bring it out, you can bring it in front of your guest, and they open it up, and the steam puffs out. It's like a whole a lot of ooh and ah to the end of the dish, and it's also very delicious and no cleanup at the end.
Now, will you be judging our cooking skills when this is all said and done?
Yeah, I mean, we can definitely give it a little taste test and see which one of you has the better skills here.
All right,
well,
let's try it.
We're going to do two different recipes here. One of you are going to do the Mediterranean fish papillote, and the other one is going to do a little recipe I made myself.
It sounds French, yes, exactly. Fancy, and maybe a little complicated, but this meal is anything but. AJ Albrecht is teaching Lee and me how to make an entire meal inside parchment paper.
Let's give it a little freshly ground pepper then on top.
It's so easy, you can pretty much put anything you like inside.
So this is really good for maybe like a busy parent.
Exactly. You can wrap this up, you can put refrigerator for up to 6 hours, and then just toss it in the oven.
Even your veggies.
So we're going to use some little asparagus on each side.
Okay.
And then one little sprig of rosemary.
AJ will teach adults and kids alike how to cook.
We usually pre-measure out things for you, so you don't have to waste your time with measuring out all the different powders and spices and whatnot.
Right next door, a retail storefront with many of AJ's handcrafted wood-cutting boards and cutlery that he can engrave on site. And if you're not too into cooking, that's okay too. You can have luncheons, business meetings, and birthday parties, and AJ and his team will do everything for you. But in our Let's Try It segment, Lee and I can tell you that this meal is super simple. It took just minutes to make. Then you just set your oven at 400 degrees.
It takes about 15 to 18 minutes to cook.
And that's it. You're done. And it tastes amazing.
Thanks to AJ, we've made our first French dish ever.
Still can't pronounce it.
Still can't pronounce it.
Grouper à papillote.
Okay, so here we go. That was really good.
But it's so light because it was steamed, I guess, the whole time, right?
Exactly.
Well, we're here to help you make today great.
We'll be right back.